affirmation right now. Hello everybody, it has taken all of my will to get ready today, but I'm glad I have, because I don't think if I got ready, I don't think I could have even started the next phase of this project. And that is also taking a lot of will, because it is that time of the month and all I want to do is eat and sleep, and I haven't been sleeping. I'm just so hormonally wrecked, but life does not care about my hormones. The world, it seems, unfortunately, doesn't care about women's hormones. We have to carry on like nothing is happening. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to tackle the children's bedroom, and I'm just going to focus today on their bookshelf, which I think we can accomplish within hopefully an hour. And that's just clearing it. Then I have to actually sort through that, which I think I will do off camera. But I'm armed with a mango strawberry smoothie. Details to come. Coffee, because nothing happens without that. And some cheese and crackers. As you can see, a very hormonally fueled lunch. Now, I don't really think this project needs any introduction, because as we can see from the backdrop, the amount of work that needs to be done. So, plan for today is just to empty. I will sort later, but if I could empty and at least form piles of, say, keep and not keep, I think we've done enough for today. There's more to do, but again, the willpower is very minute. Tell me, sorry, that's my child drinking heavily in the background. Tell me as well, at this time of your life, that do you not feel overwhelmed, emotional, you know, cravings are everywhere, not sleeping, hot, bothered, and generally unmotivated? Because that is just me every time I have my time. And most annoyingly, cannot listen to the body because we have too much responsibility to, you know, stop for 5 minutes, except to wash the hair, of course, which I'm very happy about. So I'm grateful we at least look motivated. Hopefully we can be motivated. Okay, why are these baby toddler cookbooks so good? And why have I not used them sooner? Because no one tells you that when you have a baby you have no time to cook these wonderful toddler meals. But chicken and mushroom risotto, papa pomodoro, I mean, mac and cheese. I mean, this book is just ticking all my boxes. I think I'm going to hang on to this, even though my children are beyond 12 months old. If you have developed your child, your infant's palate by 12 months old to have chicken and mushroom risotto and tagine, you're doing well. My children won't have a bar of it. Okay, another gem. The days before we had mobile phones, this is a dictionary and phrase book. I think it does multiple languages, but you typed in a word and it would look it up just like a dictionary, so you wouldn't have to flip through the pages. But did anyone have one of these? Does anyone remember this? I think I only used it a handful of times. It was a novelty at the time. But yes. Is this worth anything now? Okay, this takes the cake. In this little pouch. My first tooth. Yep. Still waiting for that tooth fairy to come. Are we proud of me? Sorry, I just need a lot of affirmation right now. That wasn't as hard as I expected. Now to tackle the bottom shelves, and they are just basically the children's books. So So I think we will do a bit of a cull here because we definitely read a few on rotation and there are some we just never pick up. So I think I will put you on a time lapse and finish that off as well. And then, oh my gosh, we will have half of the job done. Shock horror. We have a bookshelf and we are still remaining fairly sane, which is great. Top of the bookcase, then the left side, and we're done. I just found, I always wondered what happened to these, and now I know they've just been sitting on top of a bookshelf. These are little christening shoes that I made by hand from gum paste with little pearl details, laces, all the little accents. Wow, museum piece. Done. And in the process found some really beautiful handmade ceramics from a family member that my child received for his christening, and it's a little handmade ceramic teacup. It's a little lid, it looks like a little mushroom, and a matching bowl with some little ceramic spoons. We all know who's going to be using this. Just obsessed with anything that I can eat off. Short-lived success will now be followed by part 2, which is the other half of the bookcase. But happy that at least I've stayed motivated for this part of the afternoon. I'll thank myself later, I'm sure. My apologies for the bad angle and obscure lighting, although the lighting is so much better in this room because the light actually comes in. Would have been a good filming space, but alas, not in this lifetime. So we have made very good progress, as you can see, on the bookshelves, and I'm going to leave this portion of the video here because I have called my son's primary school and they are potentially taking book donations for their library at the moment. So I'm going to quickly sort through the piles, drop them off, and then we will go to part 78 of this home declutter and flooring relay. And for those of you who have stuck around this long in this video, well done to you, because my commentary has been very boring. I do apologise. I'm just not on form. I'm just too distracted with, obviously, the chaos that surrounds me. We interrupt proceedings for a very unexpected yet welcome interruption. This, dear people of the internet, is something to behold. I have been waiting, I think, 12 to 18 months for this to reappear. This little cannoleria place, which is a little pop-up store, does unique flavoured cannolis, and I don't like cannoli notoriously because they have very typical, like the ricotta fillings with the tutti frutti. Not really my thing, but this peanut butter, I know, just let that sink in. So this is like basically a peanut butter, Italian peanut butter cheesecake in a crunchy cannoli shell, and I need this, like, I need this yesterday. Yes, I look different day, different hair, still the same workload unfortunately, but saw this randomly while I was out doing groceries and I had to pick one up. I could have gotten 3 for a cheaper price, but then I thought, look, am I going to commit to eating a cannoli every day for 3 days? Potentially. It has potential. I can change my mind when they have their pop-up later in the week perhaps, but this is great fuel. I need this fuel. Stop it. That is sinful, yet so angelic. It's so light. This would be the only cannoli I would ever eat. Wow. Stunning. And why do I like sharing my snacks with you? I share them because perhaps potentially you might like to eat the same food as I do, or this might give you some inspo. I know it gives me lots of inspo when I look back over these vlogs and think, oh yes, I did like that flavour combo. I will try that again. It's almost like a food diary, my vlog. If you guys are into that, I know I am. Remember to eat your snacks. They keep us alive. Now we have found some gold amongst all the rubbish. A Dicker Christmas activity from Burberry. I mean, the bougiest craft that I've ever done, that's for sure. Here you go. I'm gonna put the fox on. Where's the fox going? Oh no! Maybe put him on the floor? Or put him near the tree? Yeah. Yeah, good job. Right, stick it here. Nice. Accessorizing. Oh, maybe you want to give the snowman a hat. We've got the fox a hat. Let's give the snowman a little hat. Very good. Day 365. Chaos. Just chaos. We are saying goodbye to the Aldi wardrobe. It is getting dismantled as we speak, and the bed frame is next if we can actually find it amongst everything, because I can't even see it right now. Almost there. Oh wow. Is that easy, huh? Yes, I do look as tired as I feel. Okay, our grand efforts are finally coming together, which is great. So we have junk removalist coming tomorrow, and we have decided what is staying, what is going. The bed head being one of them, and it's so strange seeing the bed. Let me just flip you. Seeing the bed all naked and dismantled with no bed head. Quite a nice view of the television. I'm just thankful that I've got skincare on at this point. So tomorrow, junk removalists are coming. I just need to make sure that the bedding is all off the bed, because the bottom of this bed will also be going, because we are making some changes to the bedding in this room. Also making changes to the walls, so we'll do a little bit of colour matching in the morning, I think. But for today, I'm rather done in more ways than one. But it's exciting, it's chaotic, but you know that this is the energy, the juice that I live on, is chaos. So, you know, living every chaotic girl's dream. Another day in, I don't know whether to call it heaven. That was a silly line. Welcome to another day in complete chaos. The junk removalists have come gone, and this is the new view that I'm facing this morning. Not one I am happy to say that I'm taking footage of, because this is 30 years worth of mouse droppings, yogurt, and just a random bunch of tissues, and even a newborn baby dummy. My saving grace is that I have not yet touched this corner of the room, which is my favourite corner. However, that must go too. Before we get into paint colours, and pardon my appearance once again, I've just done my skincare because I just needed to decompress after that junk removal. That was intense. I broke down twice. Not for the junk removal part, just we had 2 out of the 3 children at home, and one of my children loves to abscond, and there was one occasion where I called out to him and I didn't know where he was. Anyway, he was in the garage, which is fine, and then it happened after they left as well, and again he was in the garage, which is fine. But amongst all the chaos, trying to keep track of him, which I did most of the time between me and my mum, it was just really chaotic and super stressful, because nothing can provoke anxiety then. Where is my child? So I just wanted to share that, I guess. It's out of my system now. And now to the real work, which is I need to now clear this mess, vacuum, and then I think I'll put something down before I pop our mattress back down, because we'll be sleeping on the floor for a few nights until the flooring actually gets done. So I have digressed enough of my feelings. Let's put our energy into some actual work, and also some very exciting paint colour samples, which I will be taking care of today and getting an actual paint pot, but I do need to decide on a paint colour. So we're going to narrow it down, stick them on a wall, and divert our attention a little bit from the stresses of home reno. Also, our vacuum cleaner broke amongst all of this. Wonderful. We did have one of those Dysons, cordless, convenient, broke, which has happened before actually. Anyway, needed a quick fix obviously. So bought this cheap one from Kmart. However, I've never seen anything more ridiculous in my life. Look at the length of this cord. I mean, look at it. How disappointing. So this relies on an extension cord. I haven't used one of these vacuums since one of those old property rentals, you know, by the beach. Anyway, it's fine because we have one and we can at least clean the squalor that we live in currently. I hope you find this all entertaining because I'm not quite sure if I'm entertained right now. I'm more distressed than entertained.
Tenho as estrelas infinitas pra contar.
Okay, this is dangerous. This probably shouldn't be attempted by me, but I'm stubborn. And this mattress is so heavy. Oh my goodness.
Prazer de observar as flores no caminho. É agrado.
I'm still here.
Dia após o outro foi o que ele prometeu.
This is what Pilates is for. Come on. Okay. Definitely a little more luxurious than a tatami. Don't misunderstand me though. I do love a tatami. Slept on one many a time in Japan. Anyway, it is now time to do something a little bit more soothing, although I'm not sure if I'll get stressed over this as well, picking paint colours. And yes, I am aware that making the bed up, especially when it has to be undone, is rather pointless, a pointless exercise. However, it has actually filled me with the first piece of calmness and normality in the last few weeks, so it had to be done. Okay, so these are some of the lighter colours that I have been looking over very briefly, of course, because we are very short on time. I've just popped them near the mirror just so we can gauge how the green will bounce off the other fixtures in the room, which are mainly brass and gold and so forth. I'm tending towards the more darker tones, richer tones. So this bottom one here and this one here is quite a front runner because it's not too dark, very natural. Then we have these which have a bit more blue in them. I feel like this is too bright, and this one at the bottom is quite nice because it's a muted, it's called white cabbage, a muted green, but I'm not sure if it's too light. I don't even know if it says anything. No. Alright, so we're eliminating, process of elimination, last paint sample, and I think these definitely are a bit too green, or in this case not green enough. So looks like it's a race between Highland Meadow and Slender Pine, but I think I am actually leaning towards Highland Meadow. Not that this colour ties in with suburbia, but we can always pretend that we live in a lovely meadow in the countryside, because sometimes life requires a little bit of imagination or reimagination to make it livable, if you know what I mean. And I'm in a very privileged position where we can actually change our space, so I'm extremely grateful for that. And because, you know, most of us spend a lot of our time at home, well, you know, I definitely do. I know a lot of mothers and parents do. It's really important, I think, to make your space work for you, so it's your little haven away from the outside world, which can become quite chaotic in itself. So as much as I complain of the chaos inside the house, sometimes the chaos inside the house is better than what's out there. So very grateful that we're in this position that we have options to change our space. It's a very cathartic exercise, but also a very stressful one. Don't get me wrong about that. Next clip will probably be me getting some paint samples, putting them on the wall. The wall is currently blue at the moment, so it's not going to be the true colour as it would on white. But I'll see what the paint specialists say at our favourite hardware store, Bunnings, because they know better than I. This is exactly my vision with the palm tree lights. Oh my gosh. Inspo. Inspired a little painter. With all our painting recently.
Ooh, purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright dudes. Later that evening, we're going to try some paint samples. They don't look anything like the patches that I had, and now the patches have disappeared, so I've got nothing to compare it to. The person at the paint store just hijacked them. So I'm going to give them a good shake. We're going to stick some near the wardrobe because the wardrobe obviously is not getting painted, and we're going to see how it turns out. The results will be more apparent in the morning, but I thought I would just share this moment with you because ironically, in my lifetime full of very wonderful things that have happened, I've never been in a situation where I've painted a wall before, so I'm actually kind of jealous that I don't get to do this myself. However, I'm grateful to not do the work because there is so much yet to do. Anyway, I'm doing that thing again, talking, so I'll stop that. Good morning, a bed hair, a call-in. So this is the morning after my little paint sample. I actually got up in the middle of the night to do a second coat because I don't want to get this wrong. Seeking second opinions, which, do I listen to second opinions? My husband thought it might be a little dark, so did the painter, so did everyone else. So with 2 coats on, I am leaning more towards Slender Pine. I feel like this one's a bit bright. It's got a bit more yellow in it. This is a nice kind of neutral green. In trying to heed advice to go a little bit lighter, I did see this sample of the green frost and then seed sprout, but looking at it through the viewfinder, seed sprout looks very, very bright. Like, I don't think I want it to spring, so maybe already we can eliminate that and maybe just focused on green frost just as another alternative, but I am leaning towards this more dramatic green. I've just put on an extra bit of light just so we can see it against the wardrobe, because as I aforementioned, these are not changing colour. We have these 2 options here which I'm also considering if I was to go a little bit lighter. It looks different under different light, doesn't it? This doesn't look too bad under this lighting and through the viewfinder. So I'm not sure if this is going to even make an impact if I went for something so light. But I am heeding the advice of others. Let me just turn the lights off and see how it looks. This is with regular lighting. This is how the colours are looking. Still leaning towards Slender Pine on top. This is very, very grass green, isn't it? Like the bottom one is almost like, why am I even bothering to paint this room? It's just decisions. Anyway, I have to drop children off to school. So I will go and I will come back and we will do some more samples. And thankfully today is hair wash day, so hopefully when I come and see you next, I won't be looking day 8 haggard. Clearly no time to shower just yet, but I will after I do my final paint sample, because we have literally no time left as per usual, because I can't fit my life into periods longer than 10 to 15 minutes these days. Just giving it a good shake, and hopefully green frost is the last resort, although I am really loving this top one. But we shall see. I'm taking advice. I'm being open-minded for once in my life. Listening to others. I mean, I'm a great listener. It's just more, you know, I'm what my nonna would say, test a daughter, stubborn.